boys and girls. Hi, boys and girls. How are we doing today? It's time for another book by Mrs. Sundberg, and today I'm going to read a book called Gazpacho for Nacho. Lots of Spanish words in there, so let's see if we can figure out what they mean. And it's super fun, and I really enjoy this book, so I hope you do too. Ready? Here we go. Gazpacho for Nacho. In a big, big city, by a large, busy plaza, lived a very small boy in a simple white casa. The name of this tiny muchacho was Nacho, and all he would eat was a soup called gazpacho. Gazpacho for breakfast, gazpacho for lunch, gazpacho for dinner, for snacks, and for brunch. He didn't like meat or the smell of pescado. He didn't like chicken or ice-cold helado. And when he saw slices of manchego cheese, he asked, "Is there any gazpacho left, please?" Mommy would say, "You're a picky muchacho." Nacho would say, "But I just want gazpacho." At breakfast he woke up to leche and churros. He cried, "Mommy, this is food for the burros." For snacks, Mommy sliced up chorizo and bread. Nacho would ask for gazpacho instead. At lunchtime, Mommy served Spanish tortilla. Nacho would put the pan under his silla. At dinner, Mommy tried mushrooms or setas and served them with rice next to crispy croquetas. She filled up a bowl with fresh loaves of pan and whipped up a custard dessert she called flan. All of the food was rejected by Nacho. "Gazpacho, gazpacho," he cried. "Más gazpacho." There wasn't a plato that Nacho would touch. Mommy grew tired of cooking so much. "Nacho," she cried, "it's not right. No es justo that all of these meals are not to your gusto. You're coming with me to the market. We're shopping." "I'm learning to cook?" Nacho asked, his eyes popping. I think he's excited. The market was bustling. People were looking for all the legumbres they needed for cooking. Nacho's mouth watered while gazing at piles of colorful vegetables stretched out for miles. Onions, potatoes, cebollas y papas, bamboo and spinach, bamboo espinacas, cucumbers, mushrooms, pepinos y setas, lettuce and lentils, lechuga, lentejas, corn, avocados, maíz, aguacates, and last but not least, bright red juicy tomates. "Tomatoes," said Mommy, "for you to cook, Nacho. You'll learn to prepare your beloved gazpacho." "Olé!" Nacho cried. "I can cook! Yes, I can!" And off to the puestos of veggies he ran. He gathered tomates that smelled fresh and clean, and found a pepino whose skin was dark green. Among all the colorful fresh alimentos, he picked out a few crispy green pimientos. He added a small clove of garlic or ajo and set off for home to begin el trabajo. Dressing the part with a huge chef's sombrero, Nacho felt just like a true cocinero. With bright red tomates piled up to his chin, he looked up at Mommy and said, "Let's begin." They cored and they sliced and they diced and they seeded the pounds of tomatoes and peppers they needed. Mommy then carefully chopped a cebolla. Nacho helped finding a pot, a large olla. "Nacho," said Mommy, "I need the pepino." He gave her the cucumber. What a good niño. Mommy then crumbled some bread in the pot and left it to soak till it softened a lot. They sprinkled some salt and it threw through the air. "Ay, Nacho," cried Mommy, "the bowl's over there." Lastly, she drizzled a very small drop of oil and vinegar over the top. She blended the soup in a big batidora and left it to chill in the fridge for 1 hora. Dinner that night was a wonderful treat. "Nacho," called Mommy, "la cena, come eat." Nacho rushed into the kitchen and saw the bowls of gazpacho and stood there in awe. Bowl after bowl after bowl of gazpacho, cooked by a clever, creative muchacho. He sat down to eat with a giant sonrisa and finished the soup very quickly, deprisa. Nacho was happy, but deep in his heart, he knew that gazpacho was only the start. He thought of the fresh, tasty meals he would make, the foods he would cook, and the sweets he would bake. Eagerly off to the kitchen he dashed, where all the legumbres, the veggies, were stashed. "Mommy," he said, "though I love my gazpacho, I'm trying new recipes. Call me Chef Nacho." And that's the end. But in this super cool book, they also have this recipe here for gazpacho. It's called Yummy in the Tummy Gazpacho. And in there is tomatoes or tomates, cucumbers or pepinos, a pepper, garlic, onion, olive oil, little vinegar, little salt, lots of good things. So I just wanted to point that out to you in case you guys want to try some gazpacho. And then there's a little dictionary in the back, a little glossary that lists all the words in Spanish so that you can learn the Spanish and the English. Super cool book. Anyway, thanks, boys and girls, and I'll see you next week with another book.